Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better for you. This is actually going to be a clip from one of my live streams. If you want a link to my Twitch channel to see me playing any of this live, or a link to the main channel, both will be in the description down below. If you enjoy the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and let's get into it. So Illaoi going for double Cosmic Blessings. Both of this gives you 1/1, so she's actually going to hit the 8 power or 8 health, which then means Starforge is going to kick on, so we get the +1 starting mana. I think for, again, a level 30 champion, I think this would probably be the way to go. As far as adventures, I don't know exactly where I want to go. I do think Fizz could still be okay. Like, Answered Prayer is pretty good. Yeah, I think for a 3-star, Fizz could probably be the best bet. So let's try that out. I would like an Illaoi constellation. Illaoi's a very, like, general champion. Like, she's fine. Her constellation is not really one that I would be overly excited about, because I just don't think she is overly interesting. Like, I think a Janna constellation would be much more interesting. But again, Illaoi is also such a almost blank slate, or there's a lot of different ways you can do spawn mechanics. So it is a very open design space that they could do a lot of stuff with. So it's like, right now I'm not really excited about it, but they definitely could do an Illaoi constellation that would just be incredible. It'd be like, man, I love the fact they did something crazy with her. So if they wanted to be imaginative, yeah, an Illaoi constellation could actually go pretty hard. Units have evolved, no. Grit, not bad. Our Illaoi has a lot more health, but she's going to get power from the tentacle. Reduce the cost of most expensive card by hand by 1. Not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible. I think we'll try to get something a little bit better, though. Enfeebling, Explosive Finale, Afterlife. I think we'll just go for Enfeebling because it's a really solid defensive. Let's go and check out Crackshot Corsair. Specifically the 6-star, do something with Nagake Boros? Yeah, exactly. Let's get rid of the Lookouts and the Sandhopper. This will be very interesting for me because I've always been pretty strict on my Illaoi build. Yeah, our Tentacle will die, but killing Crackshot Corsair is pretty good. Like, I'm so used to always having the Tentacle have, like, Overwhelm or Elusive. And then always having Crown Guard. So not having any of that is going to be interesting. So yeah, we do go to a 5/5. I think we'll still... Well... Yeah, we won't be able to kill them even if they block because they have the tough. Some of these units are very big and do cause problems. Yeah, I think we'll still drop Illaoi. If we could get her to level, that would be nice. So the Tentacle Smash could kill that unit, which would be pretty good, and ours should survive. He is just a really strong attack effect, especially with those powder kegs. So if we can keep that from happening, that'd be decent. So this will level us, so that is good. Our Tentacle's dying, so that does suck. But we can try to do some of these effects. I'm just, worried about them killing her. Alright, let's go for I no Nagake Boros.
But they're not boring ones.
Yeah, they'll probably block the Tentacle, which will be rough. Because, yeah, this one can't go anywhere. Oh, man. Oh, well. So, yeah, we're in a good spot, but we really like to end right there. Let's go for Tentacle Smash on that. They could also just have something where, like, your Tentacle strikes the strongest target at the end of the round. Just more engaging aspects with the Tentacle would be a lot of fun.
You get out of life what you put in.
But the fact we do get the vulnerable is quite nice. Alright, this should be game, and we pretty much didn't lose like any health almost. Something like tentacles that are X bigger become Nagake Boros. That could be interesting. Yeah, she's definitely one that, if they do it right, would go super hard. It would be a lot of fun. Revive the strongest dead allied follower, grant ephemeral. I don't think this would work for our tentacle. I think it might summon our tentacle, but it's not going to, like... If we have a 20/20 tentacle die, I don't think it's going to summon or revive another 20/20 tentacle. I don't think that's how it normally works. Let's go for Hired Gun. The vulnerable is actually pretty good. And elusive's not bad as well. I always like Lucian. Star Spring does make me laugh and can actually be pretty solid. Lucian, Senna. Neela's actually not terrible for us. She does have a lot of elusives. Formless Blade. Yeah, all three of these are actually pretty solid. Formless is actually nice because when we're damaging them, we are now actually doing more damage. Like, we're reducing their power because we have Enfeebling. Sure. Having a bunch of elusives can be solid. Let's go for Kelp Maidens. This is a adventure that has a lot of elusives, so even having just the elusives for blockers is nice. This is fine. Yeah. Alright, that is a decently big target. Let's drop this here. So we could go for a Grumble Slug. The Grumble Slug would die. I think we could drop also Neela.
And I smile.
Yeah, I think we won't attack with the Tentacle. We'll just attack with Neela and try to buff him up a little bit. Yeah, let's drop this here and kill their Kelp Maidens. What are you trying to make me discard? I mean, I don't want you to discard our Formless Blade. So let's drop this right here. Give us another blocker, so that'll be nice. Alrighty.
Got me.
So spawn 2 to try to make him a little bit stronger. Neela would probably die regardless. This is focus speed, so we can't do it in response to them attacking. Yeah, this can be kind of okay. We didn't get our Illaoi on the board, so she's not going to be leveled, but... Yeah, that sucks. Also, again, focus speed, so we can't react to it. I was really hoping we could get all those stats going. Oh well. So normally we'd have a Crown Guard right here where he could immediately attack again and try to end. But having the extra mana is quite nice. Alright, let's kill that one. That's a little rough. Alright, so we weren't able to get our elusives going. But we'll kind of fix that right here.
Behold the power of the seventh seal! A chance to live.
So they have a lot of annoying effects. I think let's just attack like this and try to end before they do anything too rough. And yeah, GG. Illaoi should really get to see tentacles in the shop. Don't quote that out of context. Yeah, there's some champions that have a very basic kit, but there's so many different ways you could take it that it could be quite fun. Scout and attack spawn too. That actually is pretty solid. Trying to get that on a unit right away would be very, very good. Free attack, that's really good for us. Tidal Invocation is just one, which that sucks. But it is spawn. Draw one, give it fleeting. I think we're fine in that regard. Let's actually leave and see. So there's another shop there. Let's do one. Cards you draw cost one less. That can be okay, especially since we're drawing extra cards. Let's go for the Buru Lookout. I think that'll be pretty good. Ruthless Predator can be okay because this can give us cost reduction for our Illaoi. Yes, also Vulnerable is pretty good. And let's go here for Squeaker. Yeah, Illaoi, especially for 3-star champions. And like ever since the game pretty much came out, Illaoi has always been kind of one of the like the best. Like super simple, very easy to get to grips with, but quite strong. Unless we could have rerolled the Lookout. But a turn 1 Illaoi with Scout. This will be all right. Let's go ahead and drop this right here.
A chance to live. Nagasho, witness.
All right, that's pretty awesome.
Meet me.
So we can immediately attack like this. We'll actually put the tentacle first so that it can try to level up Illaoi. Not that it's going to make that big of a deal.
Nagasho, witness. Nagakaboros moves within me.
All right, that is not bad. Sure, let's drop this. I wish we could give it Scout before it attacked, so it would give us a rally, but
If you are here, the dead cannot
that'll be pretty good.
Yes, I bring ill tidings, but they're not boring ones.
All right, Tentacle Smash.
Defend yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how our power just like dramatically shifted. We're now so much stronger.
Meet me.
Try to attack like this. Hopefully they can't kill her, although she should heal up a ton. Yeah. GG.
Look and see the glory of
Oh. And like Illaoi actually does have a deck where she has kind of everything in it. Like she has some extra draw in there, some extra removal. There's pretty much everything you would want in a deck. She pretty much has. Let's go here. Don't really want the others. And let's head down here for the spell shield. Protecting our Illaoi will be nice. Healer. We'll just go ahead and cut a card. We could cut Vikrash. Most of our cards, there's like a time and place for all of them. I guess the Sandhopper is the one that, while it's not, like it's a very good, just basic card, it's the least likely that we're going to play, so I think that'll probably be the best to cut. Let's go for Poppy, which this could be, as always, very annoying.
Huh? You want me?
Yeah, Poppy can be quite rough.
Okay.
Let's get rid of a couple of these while they're good. We wouldn't mind something else. Like that. We also... Alright, nice. I would love to drop Illaoi first thing, but let's pass first and see. It's like I want to drop Illaoi, but she's a high chance to get immediately recalled. But if I don't play something, there's also a high chance that they just... I guess let's go for a Formless Blade. And we'll try to pass. Hopefully they don't pass back. Damn it. It's so frustrating. Let's go for an eye first. Sure, we can drop this right here.
Remember to roll.
Let's go for double Watchful Idol. Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating because I know we drop Illaoi and then they just answer with a recall. When you are struggling to get units on the board, it can be quite rough. Although we do have the spell shield, so that'll be quite nice. So we can attack like this first. Sure, let's give that an extra 2. Give that one vulnerable. Vi's not bad. So we can attack like... Actually, no, we can't. We have to do the scout attack. So there we call our other units. Sounds about right. Alright, we can... We could attack like this, and we would survive. Or we just kill Poppy. I feel like I want to kill Poppy. Yeah, she's so frustrating. Getting her off the board is probably worth it. Let's try to go for our Illaoi. They're just going to constantly recall it.
They never see it coming.
We could kill that unit. This would still... Yeah, probably be worth it. Big Crash. This tentacle would just die right away. Still, though, it is free. Alright, let's give her Eye of God. Yeah, we just... I mean... The problem is we want a scout attack, so we get further spawns, but if we do that, we give them a chance to play something. Which is somewhat the issue. So I don't think this will kill the unit, but I think it still gives us more spawn. We're still gonna risk it, even though the high chance is just, I mean, it keeps getting recalled. Let's drop this. This will give us, again, a lot more damage.
Yes, I bring ill tidings, but they're not boring ones.
Alright, this should be game. Yeah, Poppy is so annoying, but GG. Wait, a tentacle, since it was spawned, it was like 5 tentacles in the deck? No, they recalled the tentacle like 2 or 3 times. So we had multiples in our deck. Illaoi has spell shield because we gave it to her. Yeah, she doesn't have regen. We can try to go for quick strike. Sometimes it might get her killed, but it is very strong. If we can drop that turn 1, I mean, as long as she doesn't die, we'll be fine. Stabilize will be pretty good to gain multiple Illaois. That could actually be quite solid. Let's go in here for Smooth Soloist, so Tenor of Terror. They can give Illaoi 6-star something like Elise's. I mean, Elise doesn't have a 6-star. Is this Acel? No. No, it is not. We'll hold on to both the Neelas, because then we guarantee to drop our Illaoi. So let's just immediately attack like this, which will be great because we get 2 Illaois. Yeah, that sucks, but not the worst. So we can now get a scout attack off, which will again give us more tentacles. Alrighty. That's a little annoying. But GG. That wasn't too bad. Oh man, that was solid. So free hired gun or double answered prayer. Getting more copies of this isn't bad. With 2 of them, we're like guaranteed to draw our Illaoi. I'm sure. All right, Smooth Soloist, Spellburn, Duelist, Higher Education. None of these are that helpful for us. Biggle Dust will make our tentacle a lot bigger, so that is great. Make it a lot harder for the enemy to kill, which they keep doing, which is super annoying. Riptide Sermon, like some of these spells are super fun. So if they are able to incorporate this when Illaoi gets a constellation, could be fun. Like deal 3 to an enemy, spawn 3. It is pretty pricey though, so we're probably not going to get it because we're trying to be very early game focused. Let's go up here. We really want to further improve our Illaoi. Shark Trainer does suck, but we'll try to go for it. Yeah, the fact we have the stabilize is pretty great. Does create unit trigger when you spawn or initially spawn only? It's only the initial one. So it's not that it's going to keep giving them more and more. Let's go to these two, but having the Eye of God and then getting our Illaoi is excellent. Yeah, so that's a really big unit, but still, the fact we have the other Illaoi makes it not as bad. Also, just killing their unit right away is pretty solid. So we... So Scout Attack on the Illaoi doesn't really matter. But also Scout Attack on this one is probably going to die. I mean, it will kill their units. It will level up our Illaoi. Maybe they won't block. Never mind. Alright, so we'll still be getting a good amount of damage down. And they normally have a very high presence on the board. So immediately ending that is solid. Let's... Yeah, immediately attack like this. We could try to spawn more. That way... Let's actually try to go the more expensive route. We're going to double draw, so we should get another Illaoi. So we can still drop our Illaoi right here. Almost ending. Oh, that is close. But that's a pretty scary board for them.
Let's get it, crew.
All right. GG. This is actually going surprisingly well. You give the eye to the tentacle? Yes, and we did, but it still just died because the other unit was so strong. But yeah, I was kind of going crazy here. The +1 mana I definitely feel like is helping. Capture, that'll be very nice. Not that we're really trying to play that, but another capture or a pickaxe. I think I'd probably want to go for the pickaxe for the extra damage. Yeah, the capture is just going to probably grab a Fizz. The capture would have been better for other units, but I don't think Fizz can have enough to kill us. At least that's the hope anyways. I think let's get rid of this one. While it's not bad, we're really trying to focus on our spawn units. Let's go for Fizz.
Let's go paddling.
Reroll for double strike. Let's honestly get rid of all of this. We really want our Illaoi and we want the eye. All right, feels a little bad, but let's drop this right here. This should be able to give us our Illaoi. All right, that's a little annoying. We can drop this right here and just immediately capture their Fizz. All right, let's drop this right here. Let's go for the Tentacle Strike, because that'll be pretty good.
Defend yourself. This is it. Land or throw.
And then this should be game.
Witness truth, not a show.
I ain't afraid.
GG. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, it is fun that you can go for both of these and then get the Starforge going. Yeah, technically it's double strike with double Illaoi. Alright, that was very good. Fun that we can still get Starforge going with the double blessings. Illaoi is a very solid champion, and so even though it's a really good relic build with her, yeah, just going like this is pretty solid. Now, if you wanted, you could just go for the full relics, full XP relics, and try to just make sure you can get a solid build going. Or you could go for like a Beast Within, try to make sure your units all have that overwhelm, or just go for like a potentially the one where you consume a unit. Corrupted Star Fragment could be also very solid. Something that could definitely help. Our normal build for her is the Jace Relic, Starforge Gauntlets, and Crown Guard. That's normally what we're doing. But then, yeah, you can also throw on like Shade Leaf. You can throw on Beast Within or the Troll King's Crown. Anything to give your units that overwhelm. There's a couple different ways you can play her, but having Crown Guard is very nice for that attack, rally, attack again, and end. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.